Hey, and welcome again to another edition of Top 10 Thursdays. Usually, this is with myself, James, Stephen, Laurie, and Ross. But before we get into the list, got a little announcement to make. Don't know who Ross is, but he should be doing it with us soon. He's just been worried about a few bits of stuff, so that's all I can mention about Ross. Whereas Laurie, on the other hand, Laurie lives in Texas in the USA. She was hit with a nasty flood, and they lost like power and stuff like that, and their internet's a bit funny, so that's why Laurie can't upload videos. And as for Stephen, Spider movie guy, his wife Michelle is going to be going in for gallbladder surgery next week, so he's like a bit worried and looking after Michelle, which is understandable. That's why they can't do the list. So of course that just leaves myself and James, the boss man, cranky old gamer, also known as I play too much Xbox One. His name changes faster than the speeding bullet. And whereas myself, me and James, we're gonna do the lists obviously, and I'm gonna hopefully be doing the lists as well in a different climate. So 2 weeks from now, you'll probably see a different setting from me for the next 2 or 3 top 10 Thursdays. So anyway, so while it's mine and James's turn, we're gonna just alternate between ourselves. And because James can't think of any lists, I'm the one that's got to do the list. So obviously, I chose the list this week, and it's instead of us doing favourite ones, we were like, I don't know if we're bored of doing favourite ones, so I thought of mixing it up a bit and doing the top 10 films that I think are the worst. This is like in my opinion, so when you go to James's channel, you'll probably get something different from him. So as always, I did get my list down to 10, not like last week. So I'll start with mine. Number 10, Squirm from 1976. Why I think it's one of the worst is because me personally, I'm not into. Now saying that, I like Sliver, but I don't like Squirm because it's just like eating worms. No, like worms eating people. Like I used to eat worms as a kid. Confession alert. But the film just didn't appeal to me. So I think that's why it's where it is. Number 10. Itchy nose. Am I Pedro's? Yeah. So I'm gonna carry on the list anyway. This is the first time ever. You probably won't say none, but what am I saying? I'm getting back to the list. Number 9, 12 Rounds 2. And the reason why that's on my list is because Randy Orton cannot act at all. Just don't like. He just can't act. But if you compare the first 12 rounds to the second 12 rounds, from John Cena to Randy Orton, there's no comparison. John Cena can act, Randy Orton can't. Number 8, Troll 2. Just a horror movie that should never have been made. It was just, you could see what was going on before it was actually happening, and that's not a film. Oh, my nose is itchy. 7, the Carrie remake. A remake, in my opinion, that should never have been made. to me, Carrie will always be Sissy Spacek. That's just my opinion. Number 6, The Karate Kid, whatever you want to call it, the remake, the reboot, whatever, starring that Will Smith's son, Jaden. Don't get me wrong, it was an okay film, but it's not as good as Ralph Macchio's character in the original Karate Kid. Number 5, All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. I hate this film in general because it just has one of the worst endings in the world ever. It's just so cliche. And I know other people hate this movie, not just me. So sorry, Ross, because I know you like the movie, but I don't like it. Number 4, A Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Another one where I'll always think that the original character to the film will always be that character. So it's like, in my opinion, Robert Englund's always going to be Freddy Krueger, not this new guy you've got. So number 3 on my list is Melancholy the Angle. Marion Dora is one of the most disgustingest directors on the planet. What he put in that film was diabolical. Just hate it. Number 2, the newest film on my list is Ouija. Just when I watched it, it's one of them films I'm never gonna watch again, and it's in my collection, so sad on me. And number 1 is on my list is a movie that's not even worth £125 on Amazon or eBay, and I've reviewed this film, so I'm not going to even talk about it. It's The Gateway Meat. Absolutely one of the worst ever disturbing movies. Worst film on the planet. So that's my list. I'll go through it again. It's 10 Squirm, 9 12 Rounds 2, 8 Troll 2, 7 Carrie remake, 6 The Karate Kid remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it, 5 All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, number 4 A Nightmare on Elm Street remake, 3 Melancholy the Angle, which is Angel's Melancholy in English, number 2 Ouija, and number 1 The Gateway Meat. So go on, check out James's channel, which is I Play Too Much Xbox One, or whatever he decides to call his channel now, or Cranky Old Gamer, and we'll see you next week for another top 10 list. Stay gory and have unpleasant dreams. Ta-ta for now, bye.